For any woman over 60, a simple morning ritual could be the key to reversing age-related muscle decay, and it begins in less than a minute each day. Are you aware that your actions in the first 60 minutes after you wake up can either pave the way for a future of vibrant independence or accelerate a slow decline into frailty, reliance on others, and the loss of the life you love? This isn't just theory. It's the clinical reality I've seen for 2 decades. I'm Dr. Kenji Sato, a specialist in geriatric medicine. For over 20 years, my focus has been helping seniors reclaim their strength and vitality, not with complicated regimens, but with simple, science-backed habits. In this video, I will share 10 of the most powerful morning habits that can protect your muscle health and secure your independence for years to come. These aren't just tips. They are proven strategies. And to prove their power, let me quickly tell you about a remarkable woman named Sophie. When she was in her early 60s, she saw her friends begin to struggle with the very challenges we all fear. But today, at 90, Sophie is a picture of strength. Her secret wasn't genetics or grueling workouts. It was the discovery of the simple morning habits we're about to uncover. Her story began with the very first habit on our list. Let's begin with habit number 1. Front-load your day with a protein-rich breakfast. After an overnight fast, your body is in a natural state of muscle breakdown. For seniors, this is especially critical due to a condition called anabolic resistance. In simple terms, it means our muscles become less responsive to the signals that tell them to grow and repair. We need a stronger signal, more protein, especially in the morning, to flip that switch from breakdown to building. This isn't just my opinion. It's a well-documented phenomenon in journals like the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Neglecting this first meal is like sending your muscles into the day without their most essential tool for maintenance. Let me share a story that illustrates this perfectly. I once had a patient named Martha, a wonderful woman of 74. She confessed that climbing the stairs to her bedroom felt like climbing a mountain. Her legs felt heavy. She was constantly fatigued, and she dreaded this simple daily task. Her doctors were concerned she'd soon need a walker. We decided to try one simple change. Every morning, within 30 minutes of waking, she ate a breakfast packed with over 25 grams of protein. Typically, it was 2 eggs, a scoop of Greek yogurt, and a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. The result, within 60 days, the change was astonishing. She called me overjoyed because she had just carried her laundry basket up the stairs without stopping once. She was walking her neighborhood again, not wheat fear, but with a renewed sense of confidence and freedom. It was a simple change that gave her back her home. So, here is your plan for tomorrow morning. Prepare your scrambled or fried eggs, add a side of Greek yogurt, and top it with a handful of nuts or seeds like almonds or pumpkin seeds. This simple meal, isolé, provides the protein your muscles are craving. Make this your non-negotiable first win of the day. Can you commit to giving your muscles the fuel they are desperately asking for? Because this simple choice sets the foundation for everything else we're about to discuss. Habit number 2. Engage in resistance or strength movement. Now that you've given your body the protein it needs, the next step is to tell your muscles what to do with it. The most powerful signal you can send is through movement, but not just any movement. We're talking about resistance. This doesn't mean lifting heavy weights. Studies from the National Institute on Aging (NIA) have shown that even a few minutes of light resistance work in the morning can dramatically increase muscle protein synthesis. This is the process where your body uses the protein you ate to repair and build muscle tissue, making you stronger and more stable. It's like turning on the construction crew for your muscles. Let's talk about Linda, who was 69 when she came to my practice. Her world had become small because of a deep fear of falling. She avoided walks in her favorite park and even felt unsteady walking to the mailbox. Her balance was poor, and she felt her independence slipping away. Her doctor suggested a simple, non-negotiable change, just 5 minutes of movement right after waking up. She started with squats while holding onto a sturdy chair, gentle push-ups against a wall, and exercises with a light resistance band. It's crucial to use lighter bands designed for safety. To help you choose correctly, I've left a link to the kind I recommend in the pinned comment. Within 3 weeks, the transformation was remarkable. It wasn't just that she was physically steadier. The true victory, she told me, was the day she walked through her park again, head held high without constantly looking down at her feet, terrified of a fall. That feeling of confidence was priceless. So, here is your action plan. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, perform 10 slow and controlled squats while holding onto a kitchen counter for support. Then, face a wall and do 10 gentle wall push-ups. That's it. That's the start. These small acts send a powerful signal to your body to stay strong. Are you willing to invest just 5 minutes to protect a lifetime of independence? Now for habit number 3. Greet the morning sun. This is about more than just a pleasant start to your day. It's about sending a critical signal to your brain. Morning sunlight is the most powerful tool for setting your body's internal clock or circadian rhythm. When this rhythm is synchronized, your body optimizes the release of crucial hormones, including those responsible for muscle repair and growth. Without this natural light signal, your body's repair cycles can become sluggish and inefficient, directly contributing to muscle loss over time. I think of my patient, Helen, at 72. She lived with a constant, low-level fear. Her doctor had warned her about her bone density, and the thought of a hip fracture was a dark cloud that followed her everywhere. This fear made her tentative, and she avoided activities she once loved. Her world was shrinking. As a simple first step, we decided she would spend just 15 minutes in her garden each morning after waking, even if it was just sitting on her porch. She started this simple ritual, soaking in the early light before her first cup of tea. Within 2 months, the change was profound. Her follow-up tests showed improved vitamin D levels, but the real victory was in her spirit. "I used to be afraid of my own garden," she told me. "Now, it's the first place I want to be. I feel solid again." She traded fear for flowers. So, here is your action plan. Tomorrow, after your first glass of water, step outside for 10 to 15 minutes. Let the sun hit your face and arms. Even on a cloudy day, the ambient light is far more powerful than any indoor bulb and provides the signal your body needs. During winter, or if you have limited sun exposure, supplementation becomes vital. For supplementation, vitamin D3 is most effective when paired with K2 for proper calcium absorption. It can be confusing, so I've included an example of a quality D3K formula in the pinned comment. This simple act realigns your body's natural rhythms, creating the perfect hormonal environment for your muscles to repair and thrive. Don't underestimate the power of a little morning light. Next, we have habit number 4, and it's one of the most overlooked yet powerful. Hydrate with electrolytes immediately upon waking. After 78 hours of sleep, your body is naturally dehydrated. But it's not just water you've lost. You've also depleted essential minerals called electrolytes. Think of electrolytes like sodium and potassium as the spark plugs for your body. They are essential for nerve-to-muscle communication. Without them, your nerve signals can misfire, leading to that feeling of weakness, morning muscle cramps, and poor balance. This was exactly what my patient Clara was experiencing at 79, would often feel dizzy and lightheaded for a moment whenever she stood up from bed. This is a common sign of mild dehydration known as orthostatic hypotension, and it made her feel unstable and fearful of falling. Her legs felt weak, and her nights were often interrupted by painful muscle cramps. Her doctor had run tests, but everything seemed normal. So, we tried a simple experiment. Each morning, immediately upon waking, she drank a large glass of water mixed with just a pinch of natural sea salt and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice as simple, natural electrolyte drink. The results were faster than either of us expected. Within just 2 weeks, her morning dizziness completely vanished. The leg cramps stopped. She said her legs felt plugged in and stronger. She realized it wasn't just old age. Her muscles were simply missing their essential electrical charge. For a more convenient and precisely balanced option, a quality sugar-free electrolyte powder is excellent. I've linked to one I trust in the pinned comment below. So, your action plan is simple. Before your coffee or tea, drink a glass of water with a pinch of Himalayan or sea salt and a squeeze of lemon. This isn't just about quenching thirst. It's about giving your muscles the critical spark they need to stabilize your body and resist the grip of sarcopenia. Let's move to habit number 5. Incorporate anti-inflammatory omega-3 salve. What if one of the biggest threats to your muscles wasn't a lack of exercise, but a silent, invisible fire burning within your body. This is chronic, low-grade inflammation, and it's a major accelerator of muscle breakdown. Think of inflammation as a constant stress signal that tells your body to break down tissues, including your precious muscle. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in sources like fish oil and certain seeds, act like the body's natural firefighters. They help cool this inflammation, protecting your muscle tissue from this constant, damaging process. This was a game-changer for my patient Barbara. At 73, she came to me feeling deeply frustrated. "Dr. Sato," she said, her voice heavy. "The hardest part was not being able to open a simple jar of pickles for my husband, or even worse, feeling too weak to confidently lift my granddaughter. It wasn't just weakness, it was a loss of her role as a capable caregiver." We focused on adding omega-3 south to her diet. She started having salmon for dinner twice a week, and added a tablespoon of chia seeds to her morning yogurt. She also began taking a high-quality fish oil supplement. 3 months later, she walked into my office with a radiant smile. "I opened that stubborn pickle jar last week," she announced proudly. "And my granddaughter, she gets all the lap time she wants." It was never about the jar. It was about regaining her sense of strength and contribution. When choosing a supplement, the amount of EPA and DHA is what truly matters. The market is flooded with low-quality options. It's vital to choose one with sufficient EPA. I've included a link to an example that meets these standards to guide your choice in the pinned comment. So, your action plan is this. Make a conscious choice to include an omega-3 source in your day. This can be fatty fish like salmon, or a daily tablespoon of chia seeds or walnuts in your breakfast. Alternatively, consider a quality supplement. You are not just adding a healthy fat, you are actively equipping your body with the tools it needs to fight inflammation and preserve the strength you need to live a full, capable life. We now arrive at habit number 6. Mindfully manage morning stress. There's a silent muscle wrecker that visits us every single morning, and its name is cortisol. Cortisol is known as a catabolic hormone, which is a scientific way of saying it breaks things down, including your valuable muscle tissue. Your cortisol levels naturally peak within the first hour of waking up. This is a normal part of your body's rhythm to help you get going. However, if that stress level remains high, your body is stuck in a state of breakdown, actively working against the protein you ate and the exercise you just did. Fortunately, we can manage this peak with simple, calming practices. This directly creates a physiological environment that protects your muscles. I saw this firsthand with my patient, Rose. At 74, she described a constant feeling of being on edge. It wasn't just mental, it was physical. She carried a permanent tension in her shoulders, woke up feeling as if she hadn't slept at all, and her muscles always felt tight and weak. This physical stress was literally consuming her strength day by day. We didn't start with anything complicated. Her new ritual was simple. Before her morning coffee, she would sit by her window for just 2 minutes, take slow, deep breaths, and think of one small thing she was grateful for: the warmth of the sun, the taste of her tea, a call from her daughter. Within a month, she reported that the knot in her shoulders had finally started to release. She was sleeping better and, to her surprise, her morning walks felt lighter, more fluid. By calming her mind, she was directly calming the catabolic storm inside her body, allowing her muscles to finally enter a state of repair. Here is your simple action plan. Tomorrow morning, choose one of these. Option 1. The 2-minute breath. Before you get out of bed, take slow, deep breaths, focusing on making your exhale longer than your inhale. Option 2. The 1-minute gratitude. While your water boils, simply write down or mentally list 3 things you are thankful for. This isn't just about feeling calm. It's a strategic act to lower muscle-lasting hormones and preserve your strength for the decades to come. This brings us to a crucial partner of the last habit. Habit number 7. Activate muscle repair with mindful breathing. If managing cortisol is about hitting the brakes on muscle breakdown, then this habit is about pressing the accelerator on muscle repair. This is achieved by activating your parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and repair state. Specific, intentional breathing techniques are scientifically shown to trigger this state. In fact, Elite athletes use practices like diaphragmatic breathing to speed up muscle recovery after intense workouts. This technique increases oxygen delivery to your muscle tissues, which is essential for them to heal, repair, and grow stronger. You can use this same principle every morning. I remember my patient, Margaret, 75. She described her mornings as feeling like her body was made of old wood. She felt creaky, slow, and the stiffness in her legs and back made the simple act of getting out of bed a chore. We introduced a simple 5-minute breathing practice to her morning. She would sit at the edge of her bed and focus on slow, deep belly breaths before her feet even touched the floor. After a month, she told me the stiffness felt like it was melting away. Instead of her body fighting her in the morning, she felt it was waking up with grace. She was starting her day with fluidity instead of friction, all thanks to a few minutes of focused oxygen. Let's try one cycle together right now. Sit comfortably. Place one hand on your belly and the other on your chest. Now, inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly expand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it gently for a moment. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Let all the air out. 4, 5, 6. Repeat this simple cycle just 5 times tomorrow morning. As you do, thank your body for its hard work. This practice is a direct physiological signal. You are calming your nervous system and simultaneously flooding your muscles with the oxygen they need to repair and resist sarcopenia. It's a profound gift you can give your body in just 3 minutes. We move now to habit number 8. Nourish your connective tissues with collagen. Many think of collagen for skin, but its most critical role is internal. It's the primary protein that forms the matrix or scaffolding for your tendons, ligaments, and the connective tissue that holds your muscle fibers together. When this matrix weakens from a lack of collagen, our joints lose their cushion, leading to stiffness, and our muscles become more susceptible to strains and tears. It's often the hidden source of that creaky feeling many of us experience in the morning. This brings to mind my patient, Helen, who at 71 described her knees as creaking like old floorboards. Every step, especially in the morning, felt stiff and uncertain. She feared her daily walks in the park, a source of great joy, were coming to an end. She started a simple, ancient ritual, drinking 1 warm cup of homemade bone broth every single morning. She wasn't expecting miracles, but slowly she began to notice a change. After about 8 weeks, she told me the creaking had significantly lessened. Her movements felt more fluid, less painful. "It feels like I've finally oiled my joints," she said with a laugh. By replenishing her collagen, she was rebuilding her body's essential framework from the inside out. Now, the most potent way to do this is by making your own. You can simply simmer chicken feet or beef bones in a pot of water with a splash of apple cider vinegar for 6 to 12 hours. This long, slow cook is what extracts the precious collagen and minerals. I understand that not everyone has half a day to simmer bones. For maximum convenience without sacrificing quality, a pure bone broth powder is an excellent alternative. I've linked to one I personally trust in the pinned comment. So, your action plan is simple. Start your morning with 1 cup of collagen-rich broth, whether homemade or from a quality powder. You are not just having a warm drink. You are literally reinforcing the very structures that keep you strong, flexible, and mobile for the years to come. Now for a habit that may surprise you, but is backed by profound science. Habit number 9. Start a daily social connection ritual. We often think of loneliness as an emotional pain, but in my practice, I see it manifest as physical weakness every single day. Here's the simple science. When we connect with someone, our body releases a hormone called oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. This wonderful hormone acts as a natural antidote to the muscle-wasting effects of cortisol we discussed earlier. Less loneliness directly equals less cortisol. The field of psychoneuroimmunology has even shown a direct link between social isolation and an increase in chronic inflammation, that silent fire that damages muscle tissue. So, your social well-being is directly tied to your physical strength. This isn't just data. It's deeply human. I think of my patient, Jane, who at 76 was battling a quiet apathy. She knew she should take her morning walks, but the motivation simply wasn't there. Her days felt lonely and long, and her physical strength was declining as a result. Her daughter suggested a simple morning ritual, a 5-minute call to her best friend every day after breakfast. At first, it was just a nice chat. But soon, Jane noticed something remarkable. The call became the spark that ignited her day. It lifted her mood so much that she wanted to go on her walk afterward, just to have something new to tell her friend the next day. The social ritual became the fuel for the physical one. She told me, "It's strange, Dr. Sato. Hearing a friendly voice first thing in the morning made me want to take care of myself again. So your mission is simple. Make one genuine human connection before 10 a.m. It doesn't have to be a long visit. A 3-minute call to a friend. A thoughtful text message to a family member. A warm greeting and a real smile to your spouse, instead of just passing in the kitchen. These aren't just pleasantries. They are potent physiological signals that reduce inflammation and protect your strength." Finally, we arrive at our 10th and final habit. Fuel your muscles with a hallucinogenic tea instead of coffee. Many of us rely on coffee for that morning jolt. But what if that jolt comes at a cost to your muscles? There's a smarter way to energize your morning that also directly feeds your strength. The secret lies in a powerful amino acid called leucine. Think of leucine as the ignition switch for muscle protein synthesis. It's the specific signal that tells your body to take the protein you've eaten and use it to repair and build muscle. Without this key, the engine can't fully start, no matter how much fuel you provide. Let's revisit Linda, who overcame her fear of falling. She was also a lifelong coffee drinker, but complained of a harsh energy crash every afternoon around 3 p.m. She felt her legs getting weaker, and that afternoon slump made her feel like her best years were behind her. I suggested she'd try an experiment. Swap her morning coffee for a special hallucinogenic tea. The goal was to give her muscles essential building blocks, not just a temporary energy loan from caffeine that she'd have to pay back later. The results were better than she hoped. Within a month, that dreaded afternoon energy crash was gone. She felt a steady, sustained vitality throughout her day. More importantly, she reported her legs felt stronger, and she experienced fewer muscle cramps. "I can't believe it," she said. "This tea gives me energy and strength." So here is your straightforward plan for tomorrow. Instead of pouring a cup of coffee, prepare this simple tea. First, bring a cup of water to a gentle boil. Then steep 1 green tea bag for 3 minutes. Green tea itself is a fantastic start. Now for the muscle-building boost. While it steeps, stir in 1 teaspoon of spirulina powder and half a teaspoon of matcha. Using a good quality matcha powder is important for both flavor and nutrient content. You can find a link to an organic option I recommend in the pinned comment. Add a squeeze of lemon, if you like. As you sip this warm, comforting drink, know that you are doing more than just waking up. You are sending a direct, powerful signal to your muscles to build, repair, and thrive, helping you actively resist sarcopenia with every sip. And there you have it. 10 powerful, science-backed morning habits to protect your muscles and reclaim your vitality. The most important lesson to take from this is that strength in your later years is not a matter of luck. It is the result of small, consistent choices made every single day. Remember Sophie? Her incredible journey to strength at 90 didn't happen overnight. It began with just one small change, one morning habit that she committed to. Over time, she added others, each one a small step building toward the strong, resilient woman she is today. The key is not to feel overwhelmed. The key is to just start tomorrow, not someday. Because your morning routine is the program that tells your body to either build and repair or to slowly break down. Which message will you send tomorrow to make implementing these habits as easy as possible? I've compiled a list of all the recommended tools and quality ingredients we talked about today. You can find all the links together in the first pinned comment right below this video. Now, I'd love to hear from you. In the comments, please share which of these 10 habits you are most excited to start tomorrow. Your journey can inspire someone else to begin theirs. And if you found this valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe to the Senior Wellness Center for more strategies to thrive. And finally, don't forget to share this video with a friend or loved one. The gift of strength and independence is one of the most meaningful you can give. And if you enjoyed this content and want to continue your journey to a healthier life, check out the videos appearing on your screen now. I'm sure they'll help you immensely. Click on one of them, and I'll see you there.